My wife, she deserves for us to be walking in this vision. So she's hanging in there believing me, believing what God is telling me. Not, what you waiting on? Gee whiz, what's wrong with this dude? Like, come on, get it together. We sitting around, why you allowing yourself to get played like that? She probably thought those things.
No, I was thinking it. I actually was thinking it, but see, the Lord arrested me because the thing about it, first off, what the vision that God gave us, I didn't want any blood to be on our hands. And so my thing was, okay, you know what? I want God to speak to him. And when he says, let's go, we're going to be ready to go. We're going to be ready to rock and roll. So I specifically made sure that I didn't want to be the influencer. You know, we as women, we can influence. Y'all know. Y'all know we can influence really, really good in all kinds of ways. And y'all know what I'm talking about.
No, what are you talking about?
Well,
What does that mean?
well, I'm just saying, you know, we have a way that we can, you know, I know, baby. I know.
It's cool. Yeah, I'm influenced. It's cool. All right, let's talk about what she just said about influencing. So God sends a helpmeet suitable for you. So some of you are being trained to be helpmeets. And so when you look at the time that you're waiting on the vision you're supposed to help, is your training based on how you feel or your training based on the vision you're supposed to help? That wasn't a trick question. So is your training based on how you feel? So if you feel lonely, is the training based on, oh, you feel lonely? Well, let's just give you anybody. No, your training is based on what you're going to assist. You're being equipped for what you have to assist. Who needs your help? Same thing with the guy. Like, I moved to Ohio. I was starting my life over. I was still pursuing basketball, but I was starting my life over. So I sat down with God, and I said, well, God, I want the perfect girl. Now, I ain't know nothing about virtuous woman or none of that. I wasn't even in the Bible all like that. I want the perfect girl. Yeah, that's all I know. So God, now I just started learning to hear from God at this point. So God says, what's she going to get? And I never looked at it that way. Like, I was just like, you know, and I know a lot of people like that. This is what I want. I want this. I want that. What they getting? So this is what he did. He flipped it. He showed me exactly what I said I wanted and what that person would want from me. Scared me. No, literally, I was like, whoa, I'm not even close to that guy. But I never thought about what that person I wanted would want. I was just thinking about what I wanted. And it scared me to a point where I got in the Word. And I remember that day, I have an older Bible, but in the book of Galatians, the entire book of Galatians is all pink. Because I started reading, and, you know, you highlight what you read. I highlighted the whole book. Like, I read the whole book that day. Like, the whole book is some red magic mark or something. But I started reading every day because what I saw through these eyes was that person needed a solid man of God in the Word. A man that could hear from God, believe God, trust in God, carry out God's vision. I wasn't that guy. I was a basketball. I was pursuing professional basketball. I was just hooping. I could knock down some jump shots. Yes. Under pressure, was I going to believe that word? I don't think so. So God was equipping me to carry a vision that she could help and that would be able to help her to heal. See, he knew she would be broken. And he would need someone to heal her, have the patience enough to heal. Not come right in with demands. See, okay, so when we got together, my wife was broken. So let's look at it this way. Let's say she was running every day. And I hate to use the scenario, but this is just for example. And she broke her ankle. So I come in, hey, babe, let's go running. She can't run, can she? Because she has a broken ankle. The ankle has to do what? Heal. But she still can't run, can she? She has to go through some rehab to do what? Strengthen it. Exactly. So we come into relationships, people are broken, and we're expecting and putting demands on them right away. And we're frustrated that they're not meeting the demands. But we're not thinking about them. We're thinking about what we want, not who they are. We're thinking about what what we want from them, not what we can give them. So God said, I brought you in this relationship, number one, to heal her. Number two, to strengthen her. You won't have to ask for anything from her at that point. It'll automatically come from her. So it was a shift, because at first it was like, okay, we're married now. According to the manual, this is what you're supposed to be doing, right? Is it broke? Something wrong with it. Is it broke? Did I get a bad one? You know what I'm saying? It's got to be, let me check the manual. But what it was is, I didn't understand my part in making sure I gave her what she needs. Did you ever thought about that before we continue?
Yeah, I think you said something that really made me think, well, first off, I wasn't the only one broke.
True that.
And the thing about it is, what's so blessed about, especially for my single people out there, here I'm over here crying out to God, Lord, please send me a man that believes like I believe, that don't want to have sex until he gets married, somebody that's mighty and all these things I had, okay? God was way over here in Newark, New Jersey, like building up this person. I had no clue what he was going through. So sometimes you be thinking, well, how come it hasn't happened to me yet? How come it's taking so long? Man, you don't know what your other half is going through. So what you have to do in the time of waiting is you need to now prepare yourself for whatever he's dealing with.
So does that mean you have to pray for him?
You got to pray for him
before he gets here?
Before he gets here, because he exists. He's in the earth.
So let me get this. So this faith stuff, getting in the car, driving it before you really can afford the car, it don't just apply to stuff. So you got to pray for the person as if you were with the person before you're with the person?
Your husband is in the earth, and he is going through whatever it is. He might be going through a divorce. He might be going through, child custody issues. You don't know what. He might be going through all kinds of hell.
He could be being under manipulation and control of another relationship.
Absolutely. And so it's imperative that you start praying for your husband now, not when you get him. You want to pray for him now, what'd you say?
No, I said that was my situation.
What?
I was in bondage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was locked up.
Exactly. And how long it took you to get out of that relationship?
6 years.
6 years he was in bondage. So whether you have your husband right here or not, he's existing. And so why not cover him? That's right. Don't just wait till he comes. Do it now, because I promise you, when he comes, guess what? He's coming with all that filth. He's coming with all that hurt. He's coming with all the disappointments. He's coming with all the rejection. He's coming with whatever he's been dealing with. And here man, I just want to believe for. Now, see, the thing about it is, check this out. You say, I'm believing for my husband, right? But guess what? One of the greatest assets that a husband can have is a praying wife. Amen. Amen. That is the greatest asset, to have a wife that covers her husband in prayer.
So that means the husband or the wife is ready when their time comes. They don't get ready when their time comes. So they're praying already. They're already a praying wife. They don't start praying when they meet the person.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's deep.
Because that'll be temporary. It would. It would just be temporary. In fact, you would.
It'd be just trying to hold on. Let's hold on.
And maybe even for show. Because when a man finally comes, you want to show yourself as being a holy woman. And then after a while, you pray for me and be like, wait a minute, she prayed for me yesterday or last week or last month or last year, and I haven't seen her pray at all for me at all. Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Praying under pretense is totally different than praying under pressure. Is that amen? Say amen from the sister over there in the corner.
But there's power. There's power in a praying woman. It really is. There's power in that thing.
All right, let's talk about something that that at times guys run from, but is very powerful in a relationship, is something called affection. You good? You all right? You on the front row? You okay? Hey, you the hopeless romantic? You fall out, I'll catch you and lay hands on you, pick you up.
Look, either the wives are going like this, or they're like this. Oh, I hope he gets it. Hope he gets it.
See, the thing is, it's which I had to learn because I was trained different in where I was raised. So I was trained like, just figure it out. Like she just figured it out.
Wow.
Oh, that's weak, that's soft. Go take walks. Like, please, take a walk. This is not all my children one life to live. I'm not. That was my line all the way through college. Like, take a walk. You watching too many of them soap operas. Like, by the time we done took that 2-hour walk, I could have ran 5 miles. I could have lifted weights. I could have got up at least 1,000 jump shots. So take a walk, please. This is not happening. I'm not taking a walk. Like, you're not weakening me. You know what I'm saying? So I was working so hard about not being henpecked that I wasn't giving the person that I said I love exactly what they needed. So I said, I want what I want, but I'm neglecting them for what they need. So I'm sowing, you ain't getting what you want, but I'm expecting to get what I desire. But I'm sowing, please, a hug. Listen, just come on, just keep your distance. You know, this is a little bit too, well, I wasn't like that to that extreme. I was like not taking walks at one time. I take walks now. Just to let you know, I don't mind walks. I don't mind anything. But what I learned was I could sit, and this is what my flow was. I probably got trained this way in other relationships. She would get mad. I allow her to get mad. Just be mad. You could be when you come up out of that funk, I'll be over here. So she would get mad, I'd go shoot ball. Like, I mean, I just you could be mad as you want, because I'm going to wait it out. as opposed to loving her to be glad. So in other words, when something was frustrating her to a point of attitude, it should place a demand on me to love her. And vice versa. As opposed to, oh, you going to be funky? I'm going to make you pay. So I'm going to treat you like a child. Well, my philosophy was, what was my line?
Don't put the quarter in the machine.
She knows it by heart. Don't put the quarter in the machine if you don't want to play the game. So what that means is...
Do y'all see what I'm talking about? He's talking about I was broken. Look what I had to deal with.
So what that means is if you initiate the craziness, then you must want to deal with the craziness. So since you initiated it, I'm going to make you pay. And so what I would do is, sometimes I wouldn't even be upset. I would just get upset just to like, see if you hadn't been talking crazy, then you wouldn't be dealing with this. So I'm figuring that would stop you from talking crazy. The Lord pulled me to the side and said, stop treating her like a child. That is not affection. You treat her like a kid, making her pay. He said, tell you what, since I say love Christ, love your wife as Christ loved the church, evidently that's how you want me to treat you. You want me to make you pay. Every time you do something, so, whoa, Lord, no, let's retalk this thing. Could we just work this out a little different? And what I realized is I had to learn to love her through every situation, not punish her. That's the only way I could put it. Punish her.
Yeah.
It's true. That's what I was doing. All right, so what I learned was, even though sometimes she looked upset with me, she was really disappointed. And a lot of times, she was disappointed with herself. But because I wasn't looking through affection lenses, I was, because I mean one time she was upset, and it was a situation where she did something that was wrong. So I didn't get it. I was like, okay, you're wrong, and you're upset. Like, you're going to take that from me too. Like, and I'm the one that's supposed to choose whether or not I'm going to be upset. And when we talked it over, she says, well, honey, well, really what it was is I was disappointed with myself. I said, but it translated to you mad with me. And the Lord said, well, you would have seen that if you was looking through affection lenses. You looking through affection lenses, you're looking over there saying, wow, she's really hurt. Like, and she's sitting over there going, man, I blew it. And no matter how it